We all know that it's going to be hard at the end of the season. Where will be Neymar? I mean, if he got injured again for the third time in 3 years, it's going to be difficult to win something. But I think that, as Craig just said, that if they find the stability and the consistency that a club needs in terms of performances, they can go far because they have the talent for that. I mean, Steve was mentioning the last goal where the left back and the right back finishes the job, meaning that they can work hard, they can physically defend very well all together, and on top of it contre-attacking and giving what they showed us. So everything went perfectly well. How it's going to be during the season, we don't know, and how it's going to be at the end of the season, well, that's the big question mark, because of course the Champions League is it's only one team who can win it, and it's a more consistent team who's going to win it, that's for sure.
Right, what do you do when when you think about how well that midfield operated with Marquinhos in there, who's really a defender but can play in there, and then you've got the two real workhorses in Verratti and Idrissa Gueye, and Verratti can pass the ball and Gueye's tidy, but he's a worker. Then you're squeezing, how many we got out? 3 out, Cavani, Neymar and Mbappe. Sarabia will be out.
Yeah.
You've got Icardi and then Di Maria. Yeah. That's 5. There's.
But they're going to be on the bench, aren't they? Did Di Maria and Icardi with that 3 in the midfield?
No, but he can't play like that in big games, and then you turn to him and put him on the bench, can he?
Well, because what we'll do in Ligue 1 is they'll go back to what they do, is turn up sometimes and be out of this world, and then next week they'll be averages a days long and win 3-0. And then all of a sudden they get a big game, then we're saying, well, hold on a second, why don't you play that 3 that he did against Real Madrid? But then you're just throwing 3 in that haven't played together for 4 months.
I mean, how are you going to do
so
that?
How are you supposed to get consistency?
I mean, you're saying Di Maria's out.
Yeah.
You're saying, well, Di Maria.
He always plays the big games, doesn't he, Di Maria?
Well, but Di Maria's been playing in Ligue 1 more of a central role, more as a midfielder, one of the middle 3, rather than a guy out in the wing or underneath the striker. So
yeah, but to his point, though, when it comes to big games,
that's a solid.
If Neymar's fit, if Cavani's fit, if Mbappe's fit, if Di Maria's fit, then he's going to play them all. And then that messes them up.
The one thing PSG have done at the crucial times in this competition, they've capitulated.
Yep.
So you need a solid base. Now, that 3 in midfield, whilst might not have the flair of Di Maria playing in there, is giving them tidiness on the ball without being overly ambitious, but it's giving you a defensive cover and it's winning you second balls, which they did tonight. Then you can try and balance out the 3 in front.
Yep.
And that's where you... So, listen, it might be a good problem to have. You've got 5. But you can't leave Di Maria out in form like that. So that means there's 2 of the other ones going to have to be left out. That's difficult to balance those guys with those big egos.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.